Thousands of protesters took to the streets across major cities. And what was the trigger? A sweeping ban on social media platforms in Nepal, in the capital city of Kathmandu. Protesters marched to the parliament. They broke through a police cordon and chanted slogans against KP Sharma Oili, the Prime Minister of Nepal. The state responded with a crackdown. They fired rubber bullets, tear gas, and water cannons. At least 19 protesters have died. 19. The controversial ban was imposed last week. Nepal banned platforms like X, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. The government introduced a new rules to regulate these platforms. They were required to register with the government. The platforms refused to comply, so Nepal banned them. This angered the Gen Z population of the country. Many of them marched in protest. Today, they say this ban impacts their livelihoods and their future. It is not just about social media. It's about much more. Needless to say, this has had a political fallout. Just a short while back, Nepal's Home Minister resigned. He says he's taking moral responsibility for the death of protesters. Here's a report. Vehicles set on fire. Broken windows and shattered glass. There are stones and debris everywhere. And the air is filled with clouds of tear gas. This is not a war zone. This is Nepal. Thousands of young to the streets across the country today. They chanted. They marched. They broke past police barricades. And they stormed the parliament gates. Security forces responded with tear gas and rubber bullets. By the end of the day, at least a dozen protesters were dead. Hospitals have been overwhelmed. By the injured, the trigger behind the protests was a ban. Last week, the government of KP Sharma Ali banned over 24 social media platforms, from X to Instagram, even Facebook, WhatsApp, and YouTube. The reason was non-compliance. These companies failed to register with the Nepali government. The requirement came after a Supreme Court order last year. Each platform was asked to appoint a local contact and name an officer to handle user complaints. They did not comply, so the government pulled the plug. Critics of the new registration law say, this is not about compliance. It's about control. They are calling it a crackdown on dissent, one that's disguised as regulation. For the Gen Z of Nepal, this ban is a personal one for many of them. Social media had become a source of livelihood. Nepal's digital youth rely on social media to work, create, and earn. The government's ban sparked anxiety among them, so they decided to protest. Observers say no political party was behind today's protest. Protesters spread the word through VPNs, and they mobilized in real time. But the only government remains dismissive of their voices. Yesterday, Nepal's Prime Minister defended the ban. He called it a matter of national sovereignty. Ali declared he didn't care if 2 or 4 people lost their jobs. For the protesters, those remarks only added fuel to the fire. Their anger goes beyond a social media ban. It's rooted in joblessness and in inequality. Unemployment remains high in the country. Around 2,000 Nepalese leave the country every day. According to an estimate, most head to the Gulf of Malaysia, others go west chasing Asian opportunity or an escape. But those who remain, especially the youth, feel left behind. They see political leaders with access to greater resources. Many send their children abroad for education and work. Meanwhile, young citizens at home face limited opportunities. The ban has brought the only government's core challenge into sharp focus: a digitally connected generation. Mobilized, vocal, and increasingly assertive. They are not waiting for political parties to deliver on their promises. They are pushing for change. They are organizing independently. Today, they were on the streets at the gates of Nepal's parliament and directly confronting the state authority.